What is going on, guys? Today we are going to be looking at future star Lodi. Tried to do this review before and we managed to absolutely fluff it for some reason. Left-footed, one of the players that actually started in my team right at the start of this game, was a really good left back. As then obviously the game goes on, we got less and less involved with him. We ended up getting Roberto Carlos. So a lot of my informed reviews or future star reviews, specials, what have you, always base around a better player, and I think that's the way to do it. Like, sometimes, yes, we look at fun cards. For instance, a review that I did a few days ago, future star Hudson Odoi, not a great player in terms of the real meta left mids, but a very, very fun player to do with. And I think that's what we've got to remember in this kind of day of FIFA. There's so many special cards out. There's so many cards out in general. You've got to pick just people who you like, and I think that's where it's coming down to having a little bit more fun with FIFA. So realistically, what I do with these reviews is tell you if they're good enough to just play with. If I was going to pick someone like, for instance, this striker, he's not going to have any fun. He's not going to score you goals. He may score you a couple at a very, very low league, but he's not going to be fun to play with. So I want to show you these sort of players. Can you still play with Varane, Gold Card, and ter Stegen? Of course you can. If you're good enough, you can play with any card. We've seen #Harry play with a bronze team in Foot Champs and get 30 wins in a row. That is not just by any means because he's good at the game and the players don't mean anything. The players mean something, but it all matters how you use them. That is the way forward. And Lodi, again, may not be the most meta, most best left back you can play with, but we're going to decide, is he fun to play with? Is he good at what he does? And can you play with him in any sort of aspect? And will you have fun with him? That's the question. I like left backs and right backs this year that do push up a little bit more. At the start of the game, I wasn't overtly for it because it seemed that over the time, overlapping and kind of going forward with your left back and right backs was just penalised with a counter attack. Now we've obviously came into a different patch of the game. It seems that is less inclined to an extent. There is still some of that if you are stupid with your left back and right backs. But if you play a calculated game, they most definitely can provide assists, can even score for you. I've seen numerous amount of times after this patch, Trent going up and scoring some very, very vital goals for me. So can Lodi do the same? Obviously, in terms of stats in comparison to a team of the year or an 89 plus left back, he's not going to have the same stats, but he's got the pace, he's got very good stamina, decent strength and aggression, it's on the average. Defensive duty, again, I'd probably whack something like a Sentinel on him, if anything. Dribbling wise, it's fantastic, and composure is up there as well, so I'm interested to see what he's like. He's currently 185k on the Xbox, so still at a decent price for a left back, in my opinion. I'd have thought if he wasn't really anything, he would have dropped by now. We're so close to them going out of packs that I would imagine they would be at their absolute lowest. And I've just watched that bar, that latency, go to a 1 and 2. That can't be good. But the team we're coming up against is Aguero, Virgil, Schmeichel. It's not the greatest draft in the world, but it's most definitely not the worst I've seen, so we'll see how he does. Obviously, he will be going against Di Maria in this, maybe an informed Messi or something like that if he does decide to swap out, but we'll see how it goes. Lodi into Hazard. That's a lovely little dummy right there. Hazard's going to have him penalised for that. We're going to cut it across, and Puyol's making a great defensive duty there. Is this Lodi? No, he's going to get to that first. Petit cleaning up duty. Beautiful ball from Lodi. Hazard again going down that wing. Oh, is that a goal? Oh, I feel like he's offside. Damn it. Just as I was saying that Brighton guy can't score, he managed to put one in, but unfortunately was offside. He's let Ronaldo go through, and it's a great save from Schmeichel. Definitely should have took that forward a little bit more. And Virgil keeping that in as well. Fantastic work from him. But he has given it back to Ronaldo. Lodi's going to be out of position for that. We have got Varane still being there, but he's got Lodi back on the ball. Going to go for a little 1-2. No, we're not. Let's see what Hazard can do. Can we get a little space with him again? Lodi's going to run forward. Who's going to tackle him? Nobody. It doesn't look like he's changing his player. Maybe his controller's dead. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. It's Ronaldo, and it's a first good goal. I feel like his controller died. RIP for him, but unfortunately, we take advantage of it for him anyway. Oh, it's a penalty. What has he done that for? I don't quite get what that penalty is for, but we'll take it anyway. It's not going to show us anyway. What do we got? Well, 91 from him. Ronaldo's penalties are shocking. He just managed to get it before the legs of the keeper. Hazard. Oh no, one too many. Into Lodi. Back. And again. De Bruyne. Lodi. In. Oh, not quite getting that pass off. But Zidane's going to pick it back up and knock it straight back into Ronaldo's feet. Lodi's going to try, but he's again passing just not quite on point with that one. Lodi's playing a high field at the minute with this passing. Ronaldo just manages to get it off him though. Not great. Lodi. Oh, he's made a great pass. It's a great save and we managed to get it away. Yes, we do, thank God. Into Lodi. Into Hazard. Spins it. Few step overs. Heel to heel. Not quite. Walker's going to try and get it away when it's half time. Good performance to start with. Lodi's going up and down the field quite well. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do in the second half though. Obviously with a decent amount of stamina. I'm hoping he can continue what he did. Feeding in Hazard every single time. The guy has fallen for it unbelievably. Even if it does say at this moment in time a slow day at the office, he's had chances. In fact, no. That's his Hazard, not mine. My Hazard's done really well, in fact. Oh, Petit going for that second volley. There we go, 3-0 and we are well away on this game. And that's the first match done. So we're going to move into the second one and see how we go. So jumping into the second match, we are now coming up against full special team. Messi, Mbappe, Benzema, Kroos, Zidane, Socrates, Rio, Schmeichel, Varane, Walker and Robertson. That's not a bad draft at all, so interested to see how he goes. Lodi with a header, manages to keep that ball. And Zidane scoring the first goal pretty nicely, 5 minutes in. Lodi weaving in and out there, getting that ball. Ronaldo, can we capitalise on that offside trap that's gone wrong? Hazard, not quite getting the trajectory that we wanted, but Ronaldo's going to get the bag in a second. That's a good goal. Ronaldo spinning and turning, hits the bar, and then misses that open. Lodi. Oh, good pass from his Messi. Lodi on Benzema. Doesn't manage to stop the shot, but puts him off enough for Ter Stegen to have that save. Oh, Zidane getting that cheeky little goal there. Lovely little bit of play. Oh, it's great from Zidane. And I feel like we have just managed to win the match beautifully 4-0 in 36 minutes, and he is gone. So going on to the overall review of Lodi, I quite like him. I feel like he's just as good as what I liked him with his gold card. Obviously got a very nice stat increase from his like 70 rated or something. It's like 77 or something like that. I think, is he a common as well, I want to say? No, he's got to be a rare. But anyway, Lodi's actually really nice. He's got good pace. Very, very nice passing down that wing to Hazard. Not quite great passing when it comes to in the little nooks and crannies of the midfield, but he's very good at weaving, ducking and diving, and I quite like that about my left back. I want him to be able to have the ball and being able to keep it. If that means kind of turning around really quickly, trying to do them fakes, then that's what I need from a left back, especially one that's going to be up and down the wing. I felt stamina was actually really good. That held throughout the whole 90. Didn't see anything in extra time, obviously, with the two matches going pretty comfortably my way. Very happy with his overall performance. Played really well with Hazard as well. I noticed a lot of in-through balls from him, and definitely working up and down the pitch quite highly. The agility and balance always adds to the card. I think that's a massive one this year in terms of actually being able to dribble with the ball. If you've got necessarily one lower than the other, You don't see a massive effect, but you definitely can tell when both are, for instance with this card, 91. It's an incredible stat to have, as well as a decent composure as well. You add a central on this card and I think you've got a real winner as a left back. And I don't think he's the only option, but I do think he's definitely up there. I really think that 198k, 188k, in comparison to a lot of the others, if you didn't do Footmas Mendy, especially in the La Liga, you've got maybe Flashback Marcelo that people have half and half opinion on. I don't think personally Marcelo is better than this card. Maybe has some stats that are more seeked after going up the pitch a little bit more, but I think Lodi most definitely favours the second position in La Liga's left backs in my opinion. But obviously that does then entail that you had to have completed Footmas Mendy, which I don't think a lot of people did. I know quite a few people were interested in, but at the time, did a lot of people do it? I don't know, it was 1 day worth of an SBC. Personally, I didn't do it, just mainly because he didn't really have too much of an impact on my squad. And again, it could have been the same for everybody else. Whereas I think Lodi's got very, very good links. Obviously, Brazilian is got in competition with Telles, who I do think is better and does have a live card, so is a potential to go up even more. Still a very fun card to have. So overall, I'm giving Lodi an 8.5 out of 10. I do think he's a fun card. Very well priced. I think 180 is decent enough for him, especially to have a future star in your team as well. Someone a bit different and someone quite nicely rated for the time being until we reach maybe team of the season or something of a different kind of special card in mind. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're nearly at that 5k. We got, I think at this time of recording, less than 70 to go. Cannot wait. I really am so excited to hit that 5k. So thank you again for everybody subscribing, and if you aren't, make sure you get down there just to help the channel out. And apart from that, I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.